Everybody, it's Edward and welcome back to Armageddon. Where the last we left off, well, there was there was a fairy in a clearing. I really don't know how I guess it happened. They weren't on drugs, I don't think. I don't remember any of them getting high. I don't, or eating some weird mushrooms. They were just, hey, listen, suddenly, and ugh. But okay, now that madness is out of the way, we can continue, I guess. We leave the clearing behind, still shrouded in murky doubt over what happened. The forest is too dense to walk through with any ease, demanding all of our attention. Andrea's pant leg gets wrapped up in vines, and Netta ahead of us is waist deep in brambles. We can't go this way. Looks like this in each direction. Where exactly are we supposed to go? I don't know if we're going anywhere. Sure you can shimmy out of that mess? I'm fine. We regroup in a tight-knit circle, but the brush pushes in around us. We veered away from anything recognizable. Yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah. There's no way we could have made it through here on the bike when Cheryl and I came through. That just means there has to be a way around. We'll find it. Confident. I like that, but we'll see. Backtracking makes everyone unhappy, but there's nothing we can do about it. The imposing forest doesn't show any sign of letting up. Wasn't the meadow here before? My stomach sinks. Did we get turned around somehow? Guys, maybe we're walking in the wrong direction. Maybe you're gonna jinx us. Or maybe we're all going to die of annoyance before we ever find a way through. Except Rain. She'll be the sole survivor. Sorry, but if you guys don't make it, I'm chowing down on some human meat. That's horrible. That's survival. Don't judge me. Edward did the same. She's not wrong. I can't even imagine doing that. I'd have to starve to death. You say that because you're not starving. Speak for your own stomach. I think I could eat a whole vat of plain butter. Right, and Andrea and I will just be over here not being cannibal freaks. Just the usual kind then. I scowl at her, but Rain just tilts toward me on her feet, grinning. At least she distracted me from the wall of impassable foliage to our left. What's that? What's what? A cave? Oh. Immediately, thoughts of Hannah flood my mind, fear coiling tightly in my throat. I don't want to show it, of course, but my stomach sinks just from just staring into that familiar blackness. My skin feels ashy, gritty. It's as if I'm right back in those caves. We should go in. What? Why? Are you crazy? Those places are dangerous. They're unstable and dark. Why waste the effort? Because of that. She points. At the entrance of the cave, I managed to make a distinct imprint. The heel of a boot. Someone went in there recently. It might even be a typical way through one that hikers use all the time. Yeah, or it might be nothing and it's a dangerous dead end. We won't know until we try. Haven't we survived long to take this chance too? We exchange glances, all of us trying to read into each other's faces. I see bravery in both Rain and Etta. With that, it's expected, but I think Rain's changed since we started this. Some of her false bravado has become genuine bravery. Well, I think we should attempt it. It's worth the risk. I don't know. Hey, I offer her my hand. Come on. She probably doesn't know that I'd like some comfort too, and I plan on keeping it that way. I know you're not afraid of the dark, right? She shakes her head. It's not even that I'm afraid of anything in the cave. Not really. It's the fear that we're wasting time and that we'll get lost or sidetracked. We won't. I trust Etta. Walking in a random direction for what could be miles? That's getting sidetracked. My voice carries a confidence I'm not sure I really feel, but it does the job. You're right. Her hand closens around mine. Aw. Ren takes her other one, and in a move that surprises me, Etta completes the chain. Together we march into the cave. I mean, it's not just a matter of reassurance, it's also just, to probably make sense from a safety standpoint to make sure no one gets separated. Jesus, that was a sudden shift in the backing track. We walk side by side for as long as the passageway allows. Look! On the wall, splotchy red paint forms an arrow. It points further into the cave, a silent command. Maybe this really was used by hikers. I thought you were just making things up. To our relief, it's spacious inside, though dark. We soon light our way by lantern. Ew, the walls are wet. Don't touch them. It smells musty in here, the scent thickening the deeper we go. What was that? Andrea grabs at his arm suddenly, not letting any of us move forward. I swear What? I saw someone. They moved just a little, just out of the light. Can we not? Because I didn't mention it before, but coming into the creepy cave, but I already have to pee. I didn't see anything. They were standing over there. I promise I saw someone. I saw the outline of their head and shoulders. They just stepped back a little, like they were keeping out of the light. I probably moved the lantern and the shadows moved strangely. You're overthinking it. If someone was there, they would have said something by now. Unless, of course, they're a fucking creeper. Okay, right. Well, nothing ventured, nothing gained, and besides, even if it ends badly, it might be entertaining. I'll check it out. Really? Oh, don't look at me like that. It's no problem. Hand me the lantern. And a weapon of some description, if at all possible. I step into the shadows, lifting the light higher to cast away the shadows. There's nothing there, although a narrow crevice is cut into the rock deeper than the light can illuminate. I could squeeze through it, but it would be a tight, claustrophobic fit. Surely no one could have gone through here silently. There's nothing here. We move a bit slower. The dark shadows all start to take on strange shapes now that I'm looking for them. Suddenly, Ada turns around. What is it? Nothing. Andrea and Ryan exchange looks, both of them pale. I'm having second thoughts. We should just go back. You too? What about you, Kyle? My male ego rears its head, sensing a chance to prove itself. It's creepy, sure, but I'm not shaking on my shoes here. I keep going, but the vibes I'm getting from Ryan and Andrea are enough to make me reconsider that. Translation. I want to leave too, but I don't want to admit it. Well, he pretty much said as much himself. They're not having a good time in here, and I don't want to force them to do this. But of course, play it like the big strong man who wants to, save the pretty girls, right? Maybe. It's even getting to Etta. She folds faster than she usually would. Let's go then. When we go to move toward the entrance, I see a shadow between us and the distant light. Is that... Hello? It moves towards us. Who's there? The mysterious figure doesn't answer as they approach us. We need some help. Please. Say something. The red eyes sparkle with a crazy glee at the sight of us. 1, 2, I found you! He suddenly lunges toward us, and we back up until he's forced us into a chase. The hell? We plunge deeper into the cave, the scrambling footsteps getting at our backs. Etta spins around. Etta, no! She tries to fight him, takes a swing. I hear the lantern break, and we're all plunged into darkness. Between snarling, angry grunts and pained yelps, I can't keep track of the fight. But I feel Etta go still behind me, the surprising weight of the assailant on my chest. His hands claw at my face. Then he grabs me, sharp fingers digging into my cheeks, and slams my head into the ground. My senses spin to the sound of scuffling and a husky, mad laughter. Wiry, callous hands close around my throat. I squirm against the grip, kicking and fighting as best as I can, but I can't dislodge him. The need for air starts to become a deep burn in my lungs, as if they're fit to burst at any moment. I claw for his eyes, try to punch him off me, nothing works. My strength fades. My arms grow heavy, chest searing. Suddenly he snaps my head back again, light bursting behind my eyelids. My head lifts, the tension and strength draining even as I gulp down much needed air. Everything fades. What? What happened? My eyes adjust slowly, bringing the scene into focus. What did that psycho do? I pull up the restraints on my ankles, but it's not rope. Metal chains are fastened tight, and I struggle against them until my muscles tire out. My chest heaves. Why is this happening? We have to find a way out of here. Yeah, we're kind of in a dungeon. What the hell? This took a very sudden and serious drastic turn. Okay. Etta's sudden voice almost makes me jump out of my skin. I didn't realize you were right too. You look pretty banged up. I'll live, maybe. We need to be working on that. Suddenly rain starts thrashing. A small trickle of blood slides down her arm from red marks around her wrists. She must have been at it for a while too. I try to remember what happened, how we all got here, but it's a long, dark blank in my mind. The lantern in front of us is ours. Didn't it break? This almost belonged to him. Wait a second. Is that... My eyes are drawn to a distant corner. Hannah? Hannah! Hannah? Oh, you mean that's her? I thought she was dead. My eyes have adjusted to the dim lighting, her blonde hair a complete giveaway. She hasn't been awake since we came down here. Weren't you knocked out too? No. I faked it. I thought maybe he'd get away from you if I did that, but he never gave me the chance. At least he didn't have to knock me around as much. Something stirs in the silence. Kyle? Hannah! Even weirder term, what the hell? She lifts her head slowly, blinking through a haze. It really is you. She smiles, despite how weak she looked, even worse than when we first met. I thought you were dead. Almost. Hopefully. She stares up at the dark ceiling ahead of us. I thought the same thing about you. I look up in the dark. I tried calling out for you, but I couldn't make it to the exit, buried under all that rubble. And then someone did answer. For a second, I really thought it was you, but she whimpered softly, her face crumpling as if just realizing where she is for the first time. It wasn't. Maybe I should have looked harder. I shouldn't have left her. How did you get down here? He brought me. Reed. She trails off, glancing down toward her foot. He found me. I think he knew where I was the whole time. My ankle's still hurt and he's been keeping it that way for a while now, trying to make sure I don't go anywhere. The whole forest is like that maniac's playground. When I saw his face again, I remembered. I think he'd been following me even before I hurt my ankle. She lifts her head. Listen, Kyle. You and your friend, you have to get out of here, okay? Somehow. You can't stay here. I mean, yeah, it's not a matter of wanting to. It's more an issue of how in the hell are we going to get out? We're kind of chained up. Yep, failed to put a cat back on a water bottle. New low in my life. I don't know how we're going to do that. I'm working on that, but you have to promise me that you'll take the first chance, okay? No matter what it takes. He does things. At night. He threatens to kill me if I don't. My heart beats close to my throat, rage beginning to well up. He might do the same thing to one of your friends, and I don't want that to happen. Her voice wavers. Find a way to get out of here. Run when you get the chance. We're all finding a way out. Together. That's a bit optimistic. Hell, getting out at all is optimistic, but... you don't know him. You know the kind of things he's capable of. I think I get the idea. You outnumber him. If we can just get the upper hand somehow. How? We're literally in chains. There has to be a way. Hannah, you said you're working one on one, right? I mean, in a general sense, we all are, but I don't want to take it on you if it all fails. I have an idea. What is it? Look who's awake. Our character strolls in abruptly, halting all talk of our plan. Reed, what did you take them for? Take them for? You have me, remember? Shut up, whore. You think you're worth the same as 3? Then about this one, though. Looks like she got into a fight with a lawnmower. He looms in toward Etta. Don't give her all the attention. Reed blinks owlishly as his mad gaze shifts to Rain. Don't think you're gonna help your little friend here by taking up my time. All you girls are gonna get a turn with me. I'm not interested in helping her. I'm interested in helping me. I think we can come to some sort of arrangement, don't you? I know what you want. A big guy like you at the dungeon and chained to the ready? Rain winks. Doesn't take a lot to figure it out. I'm more than happy to help as long as you don't hurt me. Reed laughs harshly. Are you just that loose? You like giving it to guys who boss you around? Sure do. It's sexy when a man knows what he wants and how to take it. Why don't we get out of here, me and you? I want you first. Ah! Reed grabs her on the throat. Yeah. Stop! I call the shots here, girl, not you. And if I take you, it's because that's what I want. I don't give a damn about what you get out of it. Got it? Rain nods as much as she can, color rushing to her cheeks as she fights for air. Finally, she gasps, his hand falling to his sides and fingers curling. He removes her chains, and I'm left to stare after her. He pushes her out of the room. That was her idea? It sickens me, my stomach turning in knots as I stare at where she disappeared. There's no way she really wanted to go with him, is there? Etta says nothing. She's out of her chains. Maybe she can do something? Or maybe she'll try and get herself killed. This is why I wanted to handle this. What he'll do to her is... She shakes her head in dismay. Hannah, you can barely walk. It's not your fault any more than it is anyone else's. It doesn't sound the weight of responsibility from weighing down on me too. She's my friend. And for as much as she acts otherwise, I know she doesn't want this. She's doing it for us. We wait for it seems like an eternity. Any attempts at escape are fruitless, just circular arguments and ideas. Then I hear the footsteps again. I want to fight him, to scream at him, to beat his face until he's unrecognizable. The anger wells in me. Rain? Where's Reed? He's out of it for now. I'm so busy searching her face, I don't even see what she has in her hands until she holds them up. The keys? How did you... She presses her fingers to her lips. There's no snarky comment or lewd reference that follows it, which is the only tell that something really did happen. She goes around to each of us, unlocking the padlocks to keep the chains in place. You're a saint, Rain. She smiles miserably. Yeah, tell me about it. Come on, let's get Kyle's friend. Hannah... She lifts her eyes up tiredly. I didn't want it to happen to anyone else. Come on, we can all get out of here. The lock is rusted and old, difficult to turn even with a key. Are you sure this is the right one? I think so, it's just hard to move. I can feel it give a little. Etta tries her hardest, twisting the stubborn key until she's red in the face, her knuckles white. Move, let me try. I fight with the key until it turns heavily into the lock. We scramble to get the chains off of her and I pull her to her feet. The group of us make a run for it, going as far as our legs can carry us. Just as our energy begins to run dry, we reach the forest again. Then a shadow falls across us. Oh no. You were in my woods. You belong to me. Hannah turns around, stunned. But Reed, wait. You should have stayed where I put you. He pulls out a gun. Great. Oh, good. Thank you. I like this. Alright, well, we'll do this in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Oh, this got dark quick.